Hi and Happy New Year. It's been a long time since my last video. Apologies, but I simply do not have enough time for everything, and videos, unfortunately, are not my priority. The good news is that if you're interested, I'm religiously keeping my journal and updating my blog daily at www.ggsystrading.com, where you can also find record of 6-month performance of the system and lots of other information. Anyway, today I have some time since it is a US bank holiday and I'm not trading. So I thought of producing the first trade video of 2017, and I'm talking about oil. This is London Open. This is when it starts. You see that there is a downtrend. We don't exactly have a signal here. The signal is at the end of this doji bar here, where first of all is a doji bar, second is Monday, third is bank holiday, fourth is very early in the morning. So already I wasn't too keen in considering this short. Entry would have been about here at 16, with a stop probably right about here or about here. The problem with this is that apart from everything else, it's really too close to S1, and you have really no way to get even a scalp into that. So that was definitely a trade to be filtered, and in fact it bounced on S1. So we save that one. And now we have a long signal at about this level here. Entry would have been at about 32 and 33. But it wasn't triggered. And we have no signal whatsoever here. Now the nasty beast is this one. There is a big rally here, and unfortunately there is no signal. So what we do in these circumstances, well, that's a little bit tricky, because the range is very low, and this bar alone is probably 1.5 times the average range. We never want to enter on this particular long bars, because more often than not you actually enter when the movement is exhausted. Entry would have been at the top here at 41 plus a little bit of a buffer, so probably 44. And what would happen here is that, as I said, the risk is that the market goes to 46 and it goes back. In this particular case, the market actually paused here, so you have some chances of getting out of the break even if you were not too sure. But you see how really tricky this trade would have been. The best thing would have been actually to wait and see if actually the bulls had momentum and the bears were pretty weak. They look pretty weak. If they're not weak, they should have at least made an effort to retest the moving average, as it usually happens. In this case, they didn't. So after this 3 or 4 bars, I actually put up an entry a few ticks above this high here, and that was the second leg of this move. Consider also that there was a big magnet here, the pivot point. So instead of taking the usual 10 points, I just lifted the target to reach the pivot point. Basically because of this, basically because the bears were defeated, they didn't reply to this attack, and the bull had big momentum. Market went up there, and surprise, surprise, they stopped there. And they started moving down. This is the end of the trading day for us, because it's 10 o'clock, as you can see. But if you continue and look at what happens, you have a signal on this bar. You want to wait for a breakout of this support here, and you have it. This is a textbook. Unfortunately, it was at 11:05, so it wasn't valid for the rules. But that was a much better trade than this one, in the sense that actually the signal was before the breakout. Here the signal was after the breakout. So you could have had some other very good points here. And the reverse happens here. Now the bulls are nowhere to be seen. And they don't make big fights. And the bears are back. And they're breaking this low here, this range. But look at where they're breaking it. They're breaking it about 17 or 18. What happened in the past? Well, first of all, we have an S1 here. And at this S1, we already seen that there is a very big support from the bulls. So there is no point entering this short here. It's very, very risky. And you had to filter it. And if you really want to use a bear stance, you really have to put the entry much lower here. And again, much lower here would have been too close to 52 big round numbers. So even if it was, if it wouldn't been at the right time, I wouldn't have taken this trade at all. And actually, as you can see, the market just hung around there for a bit, and then bounced from there. So that was really what happened in the morning. As you can see, the system works pretty well. The filtering were the standard ones. If you apply a little bit of common sense, especially regarding price action, you actually can have an even better results. But even with standard, you would have had a pretty good morning. And that was the only thing that really happened in the morning today. Very quiet market, as I said. Even this, you wouldn't have a signal even after NYMEX open, if NYMEX opens at all today. Okay, well, thank you very much.